Welcome out to the Sevier Valley Center. Mike Ahlstrom alongside Danny Yardley. Danny, guess what? It is time for the 1A State Championship girls basketball game.
Here we go, Mike Ahlstrom. Here we go. It's super exciting. It's a battle of purple for a state championship.
What a great tournament we've had to get to this point. I'm Mike Ahlstrom alongside Danny Yardley. Elizabeth Ahlstrom producing on the camera. Ashley Coombs. Stats is Austin Owens. David Tebbs is kind of running he'd be the stage manager, so to speak. We have sideline reporter Jared Call. And then we've got 4 sideline cameras going this game. David Tebbs is on a camera. Colin Pace is on a camera. Nate Thatcher's on a camera. And
Tyler Gibb
is on a camera on the floor. Trying to get this coverage from all angles. This game being simulcast on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and on TeamHive.live, 1aball.com, KSL.com, and KTT 8.1 as the two teams meet on opposite ends of the court. And we will have a combined presentation of the colors from the cheerleaders from Wayne and Tabiona High School. We'll turn up the mic so hopefully you can hear the national anthem. I'll turn mine up, Danny, so you'll have to do the talking because I can't talk with mine up.
As Mike mentioned, it's a dual presentation. We have the Tabby cheerleaders teamed up with the Wayne Badger cheerleaders. Got a great crowd on hand here for the State 1A State Championship. These two teams searching for their first title since 2004 for the Badgers and 2007 for the Tabby Tigers. The winner of this game will double their tallies for state championship wins, as both schools have only won one. A big game here in Richfield.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this very moment, members of the United States Armed Forces, some of whom come from rural Utah communities, protect our freedom as we enjoy this basketball game tonight. We pause to honor those men and women and honor this nation, which is a blend of many cultures, creeds, and languages. Please join us now as we listen to our national anthem, sung by Shaylee Brown of Wayne High School.
Shaylee's a cheerleader at Wayne High.
Spectacular, Danny.
Yeah, it's
beautiful
inspiring
rendition of our national anthem. As the teams exit the floor now, as we get set, they'll turn off the lights, and we have to figure out how to see. We'll just have to talk with the lights off. My voice works anywhere, Danny. That's what we build up for. This is what these teams work all year long for. We say it every year, but it doesn't get any better than the atmosphere in the 1A State Championship basketball tournament.
No, and especially for these two teams. I mean, they came in as not favorites to win this tournament. The Badgers come in at number 4 seed. a number 7 seed for the Tabby Tigers. But Tabby Tigers return for the second time in as many years. They played for the state championship last year. They lost 38-30 against Paiute. So this is a team that knows what it's like. They've been here. The Wayne Badgers won region at Region 22 weeks ago. They're playing their best ball of the season. Haven't lost. We'll look at that win streak, but they're playing great ball at the right time.
Absolutely. In the Sevier Valley Center, I'll tell you, you watch the tournaments, 2A, 3A, 4, 5, 6A. Nobody does it better than the Sevier Valley Center in bringing these tournaments to you, having the kids walk through the smoke and really providing a great atmosphere for championship basketball.
I've talked to fans from about every team that have told me they hope it may ever be here, that it will always be here from here on. You just do such a good job. The staff is so good to us. These small towns are so welcomed here, and it's a fairly central location, and boy, they do it up right here at the SVC.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know that there's any perfect location for the tournament so that nobody would have to travel, but it's sure a good venue. We appreciate them hosting. So these two teams didn't play this year, did they? They played one time?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. They did play one time. They played right during Christmas time. It was a 2-point win for Wayne at Tabiona, 36-34 back on December 29th. So
at Tabby, Wayne barely pulled off the victory.
Wayne jumped out 8-1 to start the game. It was even throughout the rest of the game, and Wayne hung on for a 2-point win. I was talking to Coach Fabrizio's dad. He was telling me about the game, that these two teams had seen each other, and it should mean that was a great game. This should be a great one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so impressed with what Coach Fabrizio has done with this Tabiona Tiger program. And truthfully, both coaching programs have really built dynasties, so to speak, with just a winning atmosphere and winning programs in these two communities.
And they're both really positive guys. Of course, you got Coach Fabrizio. He's coached a little bit longer than Coach Stevens. Coach Fabrizio now 110-77. He had coached a little before he came to Tabiona. He's 110-77 in his career. Kerry Stevens comes in at 49-19. So both those guys have good winning records. But we just watched, both of us have watched them as they interact with their kids. They're good, positive guys, the kind of guys you want your kids to be around.
Absolutely. So the Wayne Badgers, as we've said, they come in their home whites with purple accents. And I wonder if I turn up my trim, if we can hear the announcement of the...
As Mike works on that, we're just announcing the roster for both of these teams. Michaela Sanders, number 20 for the Tabby Tigers. Over the Evanston for Tabby. 12, Webb.
Macy Rhodes.
Have Emerson. Jenkins getting announced.
Webb. Misty Leffler's the bookkeeper. Fabrizio's the manager. Principal Darren Jenkins.
So now we'll look at the Wayne Badgers. They're the designated home team for tonight's game.
A few boo birds out. Savannah Williams, Kate Torgerson, number 24, Reagan Blackburn, Paisley Jackson, number 21, Madeline Jacobson, number 20. Michaela Jones, number 12. Haley Durfee, number 10. Lacey Ellett, number 5. And Timber Giles, number 3. Macy Jackson, number 2. Managers Emily Jackson, AJ Van Dyke, Sierra Woolsey, Rylan Taylor, Abby Stevens, Shirley Morrill is your assistant coach, Coda Van Dyke, Coach Carrie Stevens, the head coach. Principal David Chappell. Now we'll go back to our benches and get ready for the starting lineups.
You know, Mike, as you hear those starting lineups, I mean, most of the fans of 1A basketball could tell without even knowing who the school was. If you read these last names, These are two teams. As you look at the Badgers and the Tigers, these are super traditional last names for these areas. It's so much fun.
Absolutely.
Most of these kids' parents went to these respective schools. We were looking at the Wayne Badger example, for example, down their roster. We can only think of maybe 1 or 2 parents that didn't actually attend Wayne High, and I think the same can be said for the Tabby Tigers.
I'm sure.
Lots of school pride for both of these teams. So,
number 4, Mercedes Rhodes, the 5'6" senior for Tabby.
Boy, Mercedes had such a fantastic tournament. Been the heart and soul of this team.
Emma Hallows for the Badgers.
It's Emma's birthday today, Mike.
Oh, happy birthday. That's a fun coincidence, huh?
Big day for her. She's been such a great defensive presence.
Hadley Henderson, number 5. Oh, Taylor Thomas, number 10, yeah.
Taylor's had a great season. Aspenu getting the start, kind of the workhorse for this team.
Lainey Bagley, number 21 for Tabby.
She comes in averaging 5 points per game.
Kate Torgerson will start at center for the Badgers.
Kate's had a great season. Strong post player.
Cicely Fabrizio for the Tigers. She's had a phenomenal tournament.
Her brother Wyatt, the state MVP, and 2019 when the boys last took state for Tabiona. And Andy Van Dyke.
I don't know what else can be said about Andy Van Dyke. All you need to do with Andy Van Dyke is say the name.
Right.
She's been a workhorse for the Badgers her entire high school career.
4-year starter. Great game yesterday. Miley Strebel getting announced for the Tigers. What a great shooting performance she's put in this tournament.
And for the Badgers, number 4, Hadley Taylor.
A floor general and is taking such good care of the ball.
Yeah, these should be some good matchups. You know, I don't see Danny any like glaring mismatch anywhere on the floor as our eyes now try to readjust from the from the dark and the smoke clears.
I don't know, maybe sometimes I would have shot the ball better if I would have had my eyes closed.
You and me both, my friend.
So here we go, Mike. These two teams similar in many ways. We mentioned that the colors of their schools, the black and purple and white, similar records. They play each other 2-point game. Should be a great game.
Tip comes off to Tabby. They're in kind of an offensive set. Left side, Strebel. Back up top, Fabrizio. We are underway with the 1A Girls State Championship. Dribble drive, shot up, defended by New, won't go for Taylor Thomas for the Tigers. Andy Van Dyke ahead to Kate Torgerson. Right wing. Andy Van Dyke, baseline cut off well. She tries to pass that into the paint to Kate Torgerson, and it's taken away. Cicely Fabrizio up top for the Tigers. Screen on the right side, ball knocked away, but Cicely goes and picks it back up.
It's no surprise to me that Emma Howells is guarding Fabrizio. She's guarded some of the best players in 1A these last couple of weeks.
Really, the Tigers working their around. They've got 4 out, looking for that high screen, trying to penetrate.
5 second shot clock.
Not the shot they wanted. They get another one up, and that's going to be a shot clock violation, a defensive win for the Badgers.
Mike, these are two good defensive teams, and no wonder. I mean, they made it to the state championship game. Both these teams are very effective defensively.
The Wayne County Badgers allow 38 points a game, Tabiona 34.
Wow.
So I don't expect a high-scoring shootout. That being said, Tabby hit almost 70 points last night, 69 points in that game, I believe.
Right.
So Andy Van Dyke, 3 won't go. And a foul will go to Emma Hallows.
Now that's a person, if you're a Wayne fan, you don't want to get into foul trouble, as she is going to have the assignment to guard Fabrizio.
Does that make Coach, that early foul, does that make Coach Stevens rethink his defensive assignments a little? Not so far. Rhodes dribbles right wing, passes it back to the left. Cicely Fabrizio up top. Screen and roll is there that time. Out of bounds. She missed a wide open Lainey Bagley cutting to the basket. She sets that screen on the top of the key on the right-hand side and rolled. She was wide open, had her defender trailing her all the way. And just like that, a turnover on the Badgers goes right through the hands of Emma Hallows.
Don't think that these girls aren't a little bit nervous, Mike. I mean, it's a big stage, and these schools haven't won for a while. They're super excited, and maybe a little bit of pregame, kind of early game jitters.
Fabrizio. That time they try, but Andy Van Dyke just takes the pass out of the air. Strebel tries to slow her down. Van Dyke into the middle. Little shovel pass to Kate Torgerson. Up top to Taylor. She goes left to right across the top of the key. Van Dyke up top in the corner. Look at the three. Dribble in. Shot up off the front of the iron for Hallows.
Both teams have had a shot that they would like to have back, as they would normally make those. But again, it's a big game here tonight.
Fabrizio looks for that screen, takes it right side corner, high screen as she comes back to the left. 3 on the way, off the iron. Last touch by the Badgers.
With 5 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Mike, neither team has scored.
3 minutes of scoreless basketball.
A little bit like a hockey match. Soccer.
As that pass goes out the other side, and she has to dance the tightrope on the left sideline. Rhodes needs help, and that ball didn't look like it was touched.
Official must have felt that Kate Torgerson got a hand on it.
Bounce pass in to Fabrizio. They start out with Bagley on the low post. She comes clear to the left corner to set a screen. Away from the screen goes Thomas. She hands off to Fabrizio. She comes left to right into the paint, gives it up top to Strebel. Strebel gives to Rhodes. Rhodes dribbles left, pulls up in the paint, won't go. Then a reach-in foul on Rhodes.
There's another deep shot clock possession for the Tigers. A good shot that's one Mercedes will often make. And the first subs of the game come in. Miley Strebel checks out, and Macy Rhodes in. We also have Haley Durfee checking out, and Aspen New checking out. Aspen New, and checking in will be Durfee.
Almost 4 minutes of scoreless basketball, Danny. Taylor Dribbles left from the left wing, comes back left to right across the top of the key, gives to Andy Van Dyke. Van Dyke looks, yo-yos right side. She has a 5 count going, pulls up Taylor from the foul line, rims around and off. Rebound pulled down by Bagley for the Tigers.
All but in. But a good defensive clearance that time for the Tabby Tigers.
Macy Rhodes hands off to Fabrizio. She hesitates, picks up her dribble at the foul line, gives back to Rhodes. Left side, Taylor Thomas, left wing, screen and roll, and contact from Andy Van Dyke will be a foul. It's her first foul.
So 3 minutes and 41 seconds remain. These two teams only scored 9 combined points the first time they met. So in the 30-32 game, it was a low-scoring game as well.
Fabrizio brings it right to left, up top. Knocked away from Rhodes, chases it down on the left side, spins to get away from Taylor, passes into the paint. Bagley, and that's going to go off the hands and out of bounds of Taylor Thomas. Out of bounds underneath us right here on the sideline.
Nothing easy for these teams, Mike.
That's the 4th turnover for the Tigers. Van Dyke from the parking lot won't go. Rebound in the corner. Taylor Thomas for Tabby. Fabrizio crossover dribble, spins left, then back to the right. Hands it to Mercedes Rhodes. She gives to Thomas, to Cicely Fabrizio. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 2:54 to go in the first period. Still scoreless. Bounce pass taken away by Taylor. Taylor on the breakaway all alone. Soft scoop and score to break the ice. Badgers at the 2-point lead.
Once again, defense leading to offense.
Pass a little behind Fabrizio, but she's able to corral it. Thomas left side, defended by Durfee. Durfee stays in front. Taylor Thomas blocked. Jump ball. Possession Badgers. Last 2 possessions down the floor have ended with a Tabby turnover. That makes 6 turnovers in this first period for Tabby. Uncharacteristic. It's got to be state championship game jitters.
But again, the Tigers are playing such good defense, although they haven't scored. They've only given up 2 points to Wayne. Very much means still a super even game.
Van Dyke, handoff. Durfee. Taylor looks at 3, takes it off the back iron. Rebound, Cicely Fabrizio. She crosses over, brings it back to the middle, left side. Mercedes Rose dribbles down the left key, takes it up off the glass with the left hand for 2 points.
Big players make big plays during big games, and that's what Mercedes Rhodes just did. Took it inside on the left hand, scooped it up with the left side right hand, and scored it.
Takeaway by Mercedes Rhodes. Outlet pass ahead of Henderson. She's not going to be able to chase that down. Out of bounds. Great hustle by Henderson. Pass just a little hard. Tabby going to come out in some 1-2, 1-1 full court pressure on the Badgers. Inbounds. Van Dyke. She wants to bring it up the right side. Ahead to Taylor. Catches. Bounce pass. Nope. Shot blocked from behind. And then by Rhodes. And the Tigers come up with the ball. 2-2 tie. 1:16 to go in the first. 5-second count. That seemed a little quick, but she started clear on the far side. Kind of yo-yoed a little bit.
Yeah, some big defensive possessions by the Badgers.
7 turnovers. Sorry.
Excuse me, Mike, just going to point out there's a shot clock violation now, a 5-second violation, but both teams excellent defensively.
Taylor gets the screen from Durfee, gives it to Van Dyke to New. 3-point shot up off the back iron. Cicely Fabrizio with the rebound. 52 seconds to go in the first. Rhodes, left side, gives to Mercedes Rhodes, to Henderson, to Cicely Fabrizio. Dribbles left-handed, knocked away, picks up her dribble. Henderson, dribble left, Rhodes gives to Henderson, tightrope walking the end line. She steps on the line out of bounds. And just like that, that will bring Miley Strebel and Taylor Thomas into the game for Tabby. 28 seconds to go in the first. Shot clock's off.
2-2 tie. The number 2-2. Annie Van Dyke brings the ball across the timeline.
With 22 seconds to go, blocking foul. Van Dyke catches on the low post, turns, and that foul's on Cicely Fabrizio. And Tabby not happy about that call. Oh, they give the foul on the backside. So Van Dyke's free throw off the mark.
Boy, Andy had such a hot start in yesterday's game. She had 8 points right off the bat, a couple of three-pointers. She really had it going in yesterday's semifinal action. The upset over the number 1 ranked Fritz Rebels.
That one rims out as well. 0 for 2 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Tabby with 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Strebel for 3. Got it! Bryce Canyon City 3. Miley Strebel at the quarter. 5-2 Tigers. You're watching and listening to 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Come and enjoy an over-the-rim shake at Stan's Burger Shack in Hanksville. The traditional Lake Powell style. They're old school awesome. Go Wayne Badgers.
Worried you'll never get your degree because it's just too expensive? Meet the Finish Line Scholarship at SUU. Up to 100% tuition funding for 4 semesters on us. Apply for the Finish Line Scholarship today. An extraordinary education. Anytime, anywhere.
You're in Paris with a group from the University of Utah, studying intellectual traditions, like Rene Descartes, who said, "I think, therefore I am." So deep. Then it suddenly hits you.
I'm only a freshman.
We call that Utah Fresh. Do real-world research. Go learn abroad. Join an on-campus living team. Yes, our freshman experience is refreshingly different. Only at the U.
This state championship basketball brought to you by SUU on TeamHive.live.
Hey, welcome back inside the Sevier Valley Center. Defensive slugfest, I guess you could call it. Inside both huddles, both coaches were discussing the offense will come. Something interesting, Coach Stevens in Wayne's huddle said, if we're guarding number 1, you do not leave her. She's the only one that can kill us. So that's something to keep our eyes on, guys.
Thank you, Jared Call, as our sideline reporter, listening in on those huddles. Not giving away any secrets there. We know Strebel is a shooter. Chase it down in the backcourt. Just 11 seconds to go as Mercedes Rhodes backs it in, gets it up, and draws the foul on Haley Durfee. She'll take her trip to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. These free throws also being brought to you by R Livestock, Boulder Mountain Realty, France and Albrecht Physical Therapy, and Maniacs in Wayne. Also Rafter Lazy J Fence Co., Rally Stop, Snow College, and Southern Utah Vision Care. One of 2, 6. Should be 6-2. Tabby with a 4-point lead.
Reagan Blackburn checked in for just a moment, but Emma Howells checks in for her. Mercedes Rhodes also checked out. Miley Strebel back in.
In the corner, Kate Torgerson to Taylor up top. Bounce pass to New. She dribbles right, spins into the middle, and traveled.
I do like the thought both the teams come out in this first minute is trying to get the ball closer inside. I mean, of course, Miley Strebel hit a long three, but for the most part, I think these coaches will probably want their girls to establish an inside presence in this big game and knock some shots down closer to the hoop.
I agree, Danny. As Cicely Fabrizio dribbles to Strebel, passes to Strebel, left wing. Taylor, with that defensive assignment, is within one arm's length reach and on the floor diving for the ball. I want to call her Tegan New, but it's Aspen New. 10 turnovers for the Tigers. Haley Durfee checks in for New. Van Dyke, screen from Bagley, or not Bagley, Taylor gets it up and in. Andy Van Dyke with the basket.
Only a matter of time for Van Dyke to get it going as the ball's...
Another turnover. Taylor will bring it across. Looking in to Durfee. Passes it into Durfee. She drop steps left. Shot won't go. Rebound, Taylor Thomas. Cicely Fabrizio, crossover, goes left, spins back, has the ball popped up in the air. Gets to Thomas. Fabrizio to Rhodes. Macy Rhodes, high dribble. Cicely Fabrizio looks at the three, hands it back to Rhodes. Dribbles around, gets a screen, loses the handle. Blocked by Durfee. And the Badgers come on the attack. 6-4, 5:40 to go in the second. Hallows pass inside to Hallows. She passed to Van Dyke and then cut to the basket. Jumper up, won't go for Durfee.
Badgers getting a few more shot attempts than the Tigers, but the Tigers still have a 2-point lead.
Cicely Fabrizio hands it back. Thomas. Coach Fabrizio, clear out on the S in this on the court, trying to get a timeout. We'll take one as well. This 1A State Championship basketball on the Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org. When you come to Capitol Reef Country in Wayne County, you won't just experience the rural life, hiking, fishing, or ATVing, but you will live it. Capitol Reef Country, Wayne County Tourism, and Wayne County wish the Wayne Badgers success in the postseason.
This is state championship basketball brought to you by Dr. Rob Barrick Dental in Cedar City. Dr. Rob Barrick, been a great sponsor all through the tournaments. Cicely Fabrizio, pass taken away by Taylor. Taylor across the key, and she's fouled as Emma Hallows, streaking down the left side, gets the pass from Taylor, puts it up, and she'll take a trip to the Legacy Harbor free throw line.
Mike, just like a good quarterback, a good point guard makes good decisions. And I feel like Hadley Taylor's decision-making in this postseason has been really good. She drew the defense, kept the ball just long enough to make the defender make a decision. Then she dumped it off for a couple of free throws here for Hallows. She misses the first one.
Hallows' second shot up, won't go. Rebound, Durfee. Van Dyke, corner three, got it! Bryce Canyon City three, puts the Badgers up by one.
Big rebound that time for Haley Durfee to keep that possession alive for the Badgers.
Cicely Fabrizio dribbles left, back up top. Mercedes Rhodes, back to Cicely. She looks at the three, gives to Macy Rhodes. Screen left side, won't take it. She goes away from it. Double teamed, almost got a jump ball. She spins out of there somehow, gets a shot up and in. Tough shot, Macy Rhodes.
That was an awesome play. She avoided the turnover, took a dribble between the defenders, and shot it in for two.
In the corner, Emma Hallows. Taylor tries to bank in a three, won't go. Hallows with the rebound, back to Taylor. Van Dyke to Blackburn. Oh, no, that's Savannah Williams, not Regan Blackburn, sorry. 24 and 25. Baseline drive, kicks it back out. Taylor inside to Hallows. Little turnaround jumper, rattles off. Rebound by Bagley for the Tigers. Sicily steps up to the three, rims out. Rebound, Taylor Thomas. Thomas crossover. Not Taylor Thomas, holy smokes. Haley Durfee. Durfee in the corner, bounce pass inside. Van Dyke gets it over to Taylor, up and in. Somehow Van Dyke gets that ball over to Hadley Taylor, and she makes the basket. Pass out to Durfee. Defended by Williams. Fabrizio to Rhodes. Rhodes dribbles left, and her feet get tangled up with Emma Hallows. That's her second foul.
Kate Torgerson checks in for her with 2:46 left to go. Badgers on top by a point, 9-8. The state championship game.
Taylor Thomas checks in for Tabiona. 5-second count. Another turnover out of bounds play.
Hadley Henderson will check in for the Tigers so they can put pressure on the ball.
Coach Fabrizio wanting the speed of Henderson. Bounce pass in to Van Dyke. She gets it over the top to Taylor. Taylor hesitates, goes past Fabrizio, and Henderson scoops it up. Won't go. Saved in. Fabrizio comes out of there with the ball. That press, you didn't get the direct takeover. They still got a shot. Jump ball, possession, Tabby.
The Tabby Tigers come in with a 5-game winning streak. The Badgers with a 6-game winning streak, and something's got to give here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, one of those streaks will end.
Yeah.
Bounce past the low post and a foul. I think that's going to be on Blackburn.
Now, boy, how about Hadley Henderson checking in and making a difference? She'll come to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Henderson's first shot rims out.
Free throw shooting's been tough. You mentioned, Mike, this is the second year in a row the Tabby Tigers have played for the state championship. It sounds like Abby Rhodes, the old number 11, last year's first-team All-Staters, playing up at Big Bend, Oregon. Or is that Washington? Big Bend, Washington college ball, junior college ball.
That's awesome. Ahead to Blackburn. Blackburn dribbles the baseline, needs help, gives it back out. Henderson ties it up with Durfee. You know, that's a tough place to just dribble full speed to that corner. You're giving 2 extra defenders to the Tigers when you dribble into that far corner. Pass it into Blackburn. She'll give it to Taylor. Taylor inside to Van Dyke. She brings it back out right wing. Taylor in the corner. Van Dyke cuts low post. Badgers overloading the right side as Van Dyke dribbles into the corner. Pulls up from the paint, middle, wraps around, bounces, and in. As she takes that little shot from the middle of the paint.
That was a runner. She was facing over here to us, Mike, not at the basket. Was able to get the shooter's roll. That was a tough shot.
Takeaway by Van Dyke. Van Dyke tips that ball, and Blackburn there to pick it up. Blackburn, one of our great sponsors, Blackburn Propane, Danny.
Yeah.
Durfee, Blackburn pulls up in the paint. Shot won't go. That's last touched by the Tigers. Go ahead, Danny.
I was just going to say her and her brother Brig, both fun players to watch
yes,
for the
sir.
Badgers. Be a baseline send-in for the Badgers.
Badgers 4 corners on the out of bounds. There was a great seal down low. Kate Torgerson had her man sealed behind her. The only problem I saw with that, Danny, is she was under the backboard. That's a very difficult shot. Pass down low in the paint. Bagley gets the shot up, won't go. Rebound loose, gets it back. Bagley kicks out to Rhodes in the paint. Shot up, blocked. And as Taylor Thomas tried to get that shot up, she was blocked. Van Dyke behind the back dribbler. Taylor steps on the end line, out of bounds.
Out of bounds, back to the Tabiona. Into the game for the Badgers.
New back in.
Aspen New replaces number 24, Reagan Blackburn.
So 11-9 is the score, a 2-point lead for the Badgers with 40 seconds remaining in the first half of the state championship game.
Macy Rhodes. Ball was tipped, so it wasn't back court. Thomas. Left side Henderson to Rhodes. Cicely Fabrizio dribbles right. Passes up top. Step up three. Rims out. Rebound. Kate Torgerson for the Badgers. 12 seconds to go in the first half. Taylor picks up her dribble. Needs help. Passes to Van Dyke. Van Dyke fakes. Down to New. Shot up. Banks in. Brought to you by Cache Valley Bank there in Wayne County as Aspen New gives the Badgers a 4-point lead.
Boy, what a great first half. A good find that time as the defense was collapsing with Van Dyke having the ball and found Aspen New underneath the hoop.
We're going to have Jared Call down there with.
Hey, Coach, we got ourselves a rock fight, it seems. A lot of defense in that one. What were you seeing in the first half?
Yeah, we were having a hard time getting the ball moved around. You know, their intensity on defense has picked up pretty good, so we're going to have to come up with something different, figure out how we get to into the paint, into the hoop. So,
any other adjustments you're looking to make at halftime?
Pretty much. I think the defense is doing pretty good, just the offensive side. So,
thanks, Coach. That was 1A Championship Basketball. Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
As we come back in for the Southern Utah University halftime report, Danny. At the half, 13-19. Badgers with a 4-point lead. Started out, we had 7 total points scored in the first quarter. And,
21.
21 in the...
No, Mike, where's that math? 22, I'm sorry.
22 total in the first half. So, only 15 in the second quarter.
Right. So it's, for that first half, a low-scoring game. A lot of the game came out of turnovers. The Badgers did not shoot the ball that well from the field, but they got a lot more field goal attempts. They had 18 field goal attempts compared to just 9 by the Tigers. So the Tigers shoot better percentage-wise, but those 15 turnovers prevent the Tigers from getting many shot attempts.
Yeah, so that's the biggest difference, and I agree with Coach Stevens on that. It is due to the defense. I think the Badgers' defense is good. Just need to make some offensive adjustments. This has been your Southern Utah University halftime report. Come and soar with us at SUU, suu.edu.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
For over 100 years, Bear River Mutual has been insuring Utah families for less. For home, auto, or property insurance, contact Yardley Insurance Agency in Panguitch for a quote. Bear River Mutual, insuring the best drivers and most responsible homeowners.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues. Out in Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Here's a call out to all experienced CDLA drivers. Barney Trucking wants you to join their team. They pride themselves on what they have to offer. For more info, call their recruiting office at 866-443-1160 or visit www.driveforbarney.com.
If you've ever visited Bryce Canyon National Park, you know that it's nothing short of magical. Recognizing the need to protect such a place, the Bryce Canyon Association was created more than 60 years ago to help provide funding for the park. And this year, as we celebrate Bryce's 100th anniversary as a national treasure, we invite you to be a part of the Bryce Canyon Association by making a donation, be it small or large. Together, we ensure that Bryce Canyon National Park stays magical.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all. Give Boulder Mountain Electric a call for all your new and remodel electrical, well maintenance, and contracting needs. Go get 'em, Badgers! Bryan Farm is a proud sponsor of Wayne High School basketball. Check out Bryan Farm for all your farm and ranching needs. Let us service you with fertilizer, fuel, feed, seed, lawn and garden, and much more. Bryan Farm.
Brown Brother Construction is a general engineering contractor with extensive knowledge and experience in street, road, and highway construction. As a company, we are proud of our reputation for quality work and customer satisfaction. We are also proud to be Badger fans. Go Badgers!
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race scheduled for July 15th.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to Bryce Canyon Mule Days 2023. Join us April 30th through May 6th in Tropic, Utah. There will be guided mule rides, vendors, food and fun, arena events, a Friday night concert featuring Bren Hill and Andy Nelson, and the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday, May 6th. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
At Cache Valley Bank, you get all the options and services without all the hassle. Personal and business banking services. From the professional staff of Cache Valley Bank, go Badgers!
Haven't finished your degree, but want to? Meet the Finish Line Scholarship at SUU. Up to 100% tuition funding for 4 semesters on us. Apply for the Finish Line Scholarship today. An extraordinary education, anytime, anywhere.
Hey, this is Dr. Rob Barrick, the smile artist located here in Cedar City. If you've ever wanted a new smile, but something's been holding you back, I'd love to spend a minute with you and just answer your questions. If you go to my website, you can set up a free 15-minute video phone call with me where we can just talk about it. The next step is also free. You'd come in and we'd actually design your smile together right there in the chair, print it out, and have you snap.
Hey, Coach. Wait. Hey, Coach. So, defensive slugfest in that first half. Not a lot of offense on either end of the court. What adjustments are you looking to make at halftime to get that offense going in the second half?
So we talked to the girls a little bit about just when we get in our angles and our corners and our shot selections, we're going to really start trying to attack our angles and seeing if we can get something more going to the hole. maybe more a little pick and screen, see what we can come up with that.
And what was kind of the vibe in the locker room at halftime? What's kind of the overall feeling?
You know, the girls are pumped up still. We're down, 4 points right now, a lot of basketball left. Typically, we've always had a good third quarter here at the state tournament this week, and we've always seemed to react and come back and play good basketball.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half. You guys.
Duke's Slick Rock Grill is a family-owned restaurant in Hanksville. We proudly serve the explorers and adventurers that visit southern Utah. Our slow-smoked brisket, Dutch oven ribs, or a juicy ribeye steak, we look forward to serving you. Durfee Construction specializes in custom home construction serving all of Wayne, Garfield, and surrounding areas. Let Shane Durfee and the crew at Durfee Construction help turn your dreams into reality. Go Badgers! Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Just like we meant it now. All right.
Hey Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
The Gifts from Grady Foundation Charity Poker Run will be held April 22nd. For registration rules and regulations, go to giftsfromgrady.com. Raising awareness about organ donation, one tiny donor at a time, in honor of Grady Boy.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
All righty, folks. Welcome back for the second half action from the Sevier Valley Center. This championship basketball brought to you by the University of Utah on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.1 and Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. As the Tigers get the ball first, they trail by 4. I'm Mike Alstrom alongside Danny Yardley. Danny, we've got a ball game.
Yeah, it's a great game. A 4-point difference is all there is coming out of halftime in this third quarter. 13-9 in favor of the Badgers, but the Tigers had the ball to start the third.
3-point basket up and short. Rebound new for the Badgers.
These teams have done a great job through the first half of limiting each other to just one shot. Defense rebounding has been great for both squads.
Basically, it's been turnovers and just the Badgers getting more opportunities at the basket because of a lack of possessions by the Tigers.
I think that's the difference in the game so far, Mike. Just more shot attempts for the Badgers so far. Inbounds play to Kate. Jumper's no good. Pretty good look at it from that second block along the lane.
Rebound Taylor Thomas for the Tigers. Cicely Fabrizio, high screen from Mercedes Rhodes. Back to Cicely up top.
Emma Hallow's back in after picking up those 2 first half fouls. She's guarding Fabrizio.
Fabrizio crossover, dribbles left. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 6:42 on the game clock for the third quarter. And Mercedes Rhodes just loses the handle out of bounds. That was a great defensive stop. They'd had the shot clock down to 5 or 6, and I think Mercedes Rhodes knew that, so she started to press a little bit and got the turnover. Inbounds. They get it to Taylor. She'll bring it across. Looking inside to Kate Torgerson.
Kate's fouled as she's posting up. Mike, one thing I really liked what Kate Torgerson did just barely, there was a lot of pressure on the guard line, and she was cognizant of that and came clear from her side, her team's side of the court into forecourt to catch that pass as the Tigers are putting some defensive pressure on. Good job by a post player to be aware of the situation.
I totally agree. Badgers come out 4 across the baseline, pass it into Taylor. Bounce pass inside to New. She drop steps left, gets her shot up, won't go, and a rebound foul is going to go on to Taylor Thomas. That's 3 quick fouls. Oh, that's on Rhodes. That's the third foul on Mercedes Rhodes. Lob in to Taylor. Picks up her dribble, needs help, gives to Andy Van Dyke. 30 seconds on the shot clock.
This zone for Tabby's been really tough for the Badgers to score down low. I think that's somewhat of a height advantage, but they haven't been able to exploit that due to that defense.
Van Dyke from downtown, from behind the Bryce Canyon City three-point line, won't go, but a rebound, Kate Torgerson. They get it in. Aspen New wide open on the opposite block, splits the defenders. A little bit of contact, no call as the defenders are straight up, and the contact was drawn by New.
Well defended by the Tigers.
Mercedes Rhodes, or no, sorry, that is Strebel back into the game. Strebel spent a lot of that first quarter on the bench with Henderson on the floor for the Tigers. Double team on the low block and a jump ball. Possession will go to the Badgers.
In the first quarter, our statistician Austin wrote down the time. There was 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter before a team scored, and now we've had 2.5 minutes dribble off the clock, and still no one has scored in this third quarter. Slow start to both halves.
Definitely a defensive battle. 2 coaches that aren't afraid to let their girls play defense and take their chances on the other end. Wide open underneath, but unable to get it there in time. Can't shoot 3, top of the paint, won't go. Rebound, Strebel, left corner. Durfee chases it down. But on that last possession, Durfee wide open ahead of the pack. Mercedes Rhodes rims off. Rebound, Kate Torgerson for the Badgers.
That's a shot. It's a tough shot, but that's a shot that Mercedes can make.
Bounce pass behind Emma Hallows. Shot up, jump ball. Tiger ball off the alternating possession.
On that play, it was a nice drive on the baseline by Emma Hallows, and as the help came, Emma didn't notice that Kate Torgerson's underneath the basket. Perhaps some dribble penetrations could help the Badgers break down this tough Tabby 2-3 zone.
Absolutely, and I was thinking, I'm like, didn't Badgers get that last one? And they had, but the clock had it wrong. So, the one time I thought I was wrong, Danny, and I really wasn't.
Good thing someone's paying attention over there. That's good to get that right for the Tigers. Goes a turnover against the Wayne Badgers.
3.5 minutes, scoreless here in the third. Cicely Fabrizio yo-yos. Up top, comes right to left, all the way down to the low block, spins back to the middle, shot up, and she's fouled by Durfee. Durfee pretty straight up on that, maybe got a little bit of body.
Cicely Fabrizio has been held scoreless, and that's just something you knew was going to change. She is a great player, among the best in this tournament.
Makes that one her first points in the ballgame, like you just said, Danny.
Into the game for the Tigers, number 5, Hadley Henderson.
She really
Henderson comes back. Excuse me, Mike.
No, she really hasn't attempted many shots. 1 3-point attempt by Cicely Fabrizio. She's been more of a distributor in this game, trying to get her teammates involved. And some of that's the defense by the Badgers that have kept her contained. Van Dyke loses the handle. Timeout, Coach Stevens saves the possession. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. This Utah State Championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Grundy Concrete wish the Wayne Badgers the best in the postseason. We provide ready-mix products, road-based sand, gravel, and ground mix. We make and deliver precast septic tanks in 3 different sizes. Call today, 435-836-2695.
Harward & Reese specializes in general building and engineering projects throughout Utah. Harward & Reese is a proud supporter of Wayne Badger athletics and want to wish the Badgers success in the postseason. Go Badgers!
This state championship basketball brought to you by Chicken Lights and Chrome Truck Show in Panguitch. The 4th of July weekend every year. Danny, if you like car shows, you'll love the supersized Chicken Lights and Chrome Truck Show. Van Dyke catches, shoots the 3 in the corner, rims up, put back up by Kate Torgerson and in.
That's what makes this Badger team so good. Those 3 post players down low are so good at getting rebounds and putting them back in. They're so good when they get the ball close to the basket.
4 minutes into the third period before we get a score. 15-10, 5-point lead by the Badgers. And man, that is a tough call. Strong take by Mercedes Rhodes, and I don't want to take anything away from what Mercedes Rhodes did there. She gets that ball down low, she goes up strong, gets the basket, but I don't know, Danny, how you play defense any more perfectly than what Haley Durfee did on that possession.
Yeah, that was a great job by Mercedes to get in position. The free throws missed. That's a big shot. It cuts the lead back down to 3, 15-12 in favor of the Badgers.
And a foul on the Tigers.
.342 left to go in the third quarter.
Badgers working around the perimeter. Van Dyke looks in to New. They give it up top to Hallows. She dribbles right, gives it to Taylor. Taylor inside. Van Dyke, little turnaround jumper, won't go. New with the rebound for the Badgers. Dribbles off her foot. Taylor hustles over and can't get there in time. You know, I saw New as she got her hands on that ball. She looked to the left and dribbled off of her foot as she turned away.
Just losing the concentration for a split second.
Split second causes that turnover. Cicely Fabrizio defended extremely well by Hallows. Ball knocked away from Rhodes. She chases it back down at half court. Taylor on Rhodes. High screen. Rhodes goes away from it to the left side. Step out defense from the help side comes from Torgerson. Work it around. Cicely Fabrizio spins into the middle. Rebound New for the Badgers. The outlet pass to Van Dyke. She pushes it up the sideline. Picks up her dribble. Back to Taylor up top. 15-12. 2:34 to go in the third. Give and go to the low post. It's blocked out of bounds. But they pass that. Taylor hits the low block. Cuts to the basket. She gets it back. Draws the block. Or takes the shot. It's blocked out of bounds.
Something that's been really fun about these two teams is they're both playing very disciplined. They're just doing what they do. Not trying to do something without, something they haven't done all season. These teams just doing what they can do.
Oh, Van Dyke across the paint to New and one. And no one, but she got the basket.
It's a good job by Van Dyke again to attract a lot of attention as the defense collapsed. She was able to find New for the hoop.
17-12 Badgers. 2 minutes to go in the third period. Strebel inlet pass blocked and fouled is Lainey Bagley.
Great footwork by Lainey Bagley to be able to put herself into a position to score, in this case draw a foul. And Kate, reaching a little bit too much, picks up the personal. With 2:02 left to go, it's a 5-point lead for the Badgers. That's the widest lead of the game.
Bagley at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Rattles around and in. Lainey Bagley, her first point in the game.
Badgers just shot 2 free throws today.
Henderson, go ahead.
Just going to point out, after this one, it'll be 9 for the Tabby Tigers.
That one rims out. Ten free throws for the Tigers. They're 4 of 10 from my count, Danny. Taylor travels.
Possession goes back to Tabiona. Into the game for the Tigers, number 4, Mercedes Rhodes, replacing number 5, Ashley Henderson.
Cicely Fabrizio gets the inbounds off the travel. 1:42 to go in the third period. Strebel to Thomas, dribbles right. Gets between the defenders, ball loose, picked up by Rhodes.
It's a rare offensive rebound today for the Tigers, as the Badgers have done such a good job on the defensive glass. But Mercedes, again, she just has a way of making big plays for her team, whether it's scoring, rebounding, getting a steal. She's a great, great high school ball player.
Inbound Cicely Fabrizio. Back it in, shot up, rims over. That's last touched by the Badgers.
Savannah Williams, the youngster in there trying to guard Mercedes Rhodes. It's a good matchup as she's giving Emma Hallows a breather.
A inbounds, that's knocked away by Taylor. Minute 18 to go in the third.
Into the game for the Badgers, number 15, Kate Torgerson.
Kate Torgerson back into the game.
We had 4 lead changes in the first half as teams exchanged those first 2 baskets, but neither team has made any kind of separation. It just feels like a game that could go down to the wire, and that's away from the ball. Another foul. Emma Howells just checked back in, Mike, and just like that, she picks up a foul with no time coming off the clock.
That's her third foul. That's the 5th team foul in this third period. That means 2 more, and the Tigers will be in the bonus. Fabrizio dribbles back towards the middle, spins left, then back right. Pulls back, takes a jumper from the foul line, won't go. It comes down to Taylor. Taylor splitting the defenders, dribbles into 4 defenders, and it's taken away by Mercedes Rhodes. She goes the other way, kicks it out. Strebel dribbles left to the elbow at the foul line. Back out top to Mercedes Rhodes. She gives to Strebel. Strebel with the screen, pulls up for 3, long 3, right, left wing. Rebound at the foul line. Emma Hallows for the Badgers. 38 seconds to go in the third. Van Dyke, long 3 up, off the bank, won't go. Strebel misses the rebound. Picked up by Torgerson. 24 seconds in the third. 3 on the way again. That one's off the front of the iron. Out of bounds.
Wayne Badger fans don't like it. They felt it was last touched by Tabby with 18.9 seconds.
And from this angle, it looked like it was, but we can't see the same angle the official can from this side.
I'm not sure that Coach Stevens wanted that shot. 18.9 seconds. Worst case scenario, if you wind that down, you end up leading by 4 going into the 4th frame. But as it goes, the Tigers have a chance to cut into that lead.
Fabrizio brings it up, slows it down, dribbles left, gets the double high screen. Driving the paint, little scoop by Macy Rhodes, scores it.
Big shot by Macy.
At the end of the third, 17-15. Badgers lead by 2. This is a 1A State Championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Humboldt is a small but growing crude oil trucking company. They are currently hiring drivers in the Moab, Uinta Basin, Craig, Rangeley, and Grand Junction, Colorado areas, as well as Rawlins, Wyoming. Go Tigers!
Jackson Excavation supports our coaches and teams here in Wayne County. We specialize in everything dirt, from excavating homes and water lines to building roads and septic tanks. To road base and gravel supplies, call Jackson Excavation.
KMN Construction is a general contractor serving South Central Utah. KMN Construction specializes in residential and commercial construction. Good luck, Badgers.
Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah high school athletics.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center for the fourth quarter action.
Hey, inside the Tabiona huddle, Coach Fabrizio told his girls, if I see you standing, you'll be sitting. He wants 110% effort out of his girls in this fourth quarter here, and it's no question why it's a 2-point ball game. This is what we live for. Back to you guys.
Great information coming from Jared Call on the sideline, and fouled from behind on the shot. Will put Mercedes Rhodes at the foul line.
She's just a clutch player. We've seen it time and time again for her this season. When it comes down to it, she's who you want to have the ball in her hands if you're a Tabby fan.
Into the game for Tabiona, number 5, Hadley Henderson.
Free throw is missed with 7:32 left to go. The Badgers trailed by 3 at the conclusion of the first quarter at 5-2. They led at half, 13-9. Now the Badgers lead to start the fourth quarter, 17-15.
Mercedes Rhodes sets, dribbles 4 times, spins the ball, shot up, is good. Timeout on the floor, we'll take one as well. We'll be back after this. It's 1A Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it, as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all the truck drivers that make our communities better. We wish all teams success.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Sevier Valley Hospital is proud to support our local athletes both during the game and after. Each of our own starters has an impressive record in addition to years of experience in the field. Sevier Valley Hospital, keeping quality health care close to home.
Fab Rats trivia, Danny. We got to have a Fab Rats trivia question.
Okay.
I'm putting you on the spot here.
This is what I'm going to say. I was just about to say a few of my favorite players from these two teams when they first won state. If you can tell us a starter from either the 2007 state champion Tigers or the 2004 state champion Badgers, you can score a Fab Rats trivia t-shirt.
Perfect. So a starter from the last 2 times, or from the last time neither one of these teams won the championship. Email your answer to uhsslive@gmail.com.
Those headliners for the Tabby Tigers were sure fun to watch.
Cicely Fabrizio dribbles right, passes down the right wing to Taylor Thomas, drives into the paint, pulls up. And Tabby doing a good job attacking the middle, and the Badgers are starting to get into a little bit of foul trouble.
It seemed that through the first half and most of the third quarter, the Badgers had the momentum edge. Now it's kind of the tide's kind of swinging in the direction of the Tabby Tigers.
Free throw off the mark as Taylor Thomas misses her first. Danny, I have the Tigers 4 of 12, 4 of 13, and another foul by the Tigers. That's going to be 2 quick fouls on Van Dyke. She came in the backside and she swatted at that ball. She thinks she got all ball, and maybe she did, but the swatting action causes the problem. Oh, they gave that to Emma Hallows. That's a terrible foul for...
The first issue was giving up that offensive rebound for Tigers, and the foul did not help things as another free throw missed. You can see the angst with the Tiger faithful down here with all these misses from the line.
Lane violation.
Oh, man. So she'll get another crack at it. That one didn't draw iron, but it doesn't count.
And that lane violation was on Andy Van Dyke. Danny, the pressure and the weight of this game, you can just see it. You know, neither team really getting into a good flow and making good baskets. The defense has been so tough.
Hadley Henderson can't get this one to go.
Taylor with the rebound. It's tied up. Jump ball possession. Tabiona.
So how many consecutive free throws have the Tigers missed? Is that just 4 in a row, or does it?
In the fourth quarter, they're 1 of 6.
Wow, in a 1-point game, they trail 17-16 with exactly 7 minutes to play in regulation.
I have them as 5 of 15 from the foul line.
It's 33%. It's hard to win championship games.
Bounce pass in, tipped away by Van Dyke.
Definitely a nail-biter for both of these teams. It's been close throughout.
Pass inside Mercedes Rhodes. Van Dyke steps and pass in front of the pass as she tries to pass it across the paint to Bagley. Van Dyke gives it to Durfee. Back to Taylor at the top of the key. Looks inside. Emma Hallows, three-point shot up won't go for Van Dyke. Emma Hallows posting up on that opposite low block. Absolutely fighting for position down there. 3-point on the way for Cicely Fabrizio. It's going to go out of bounds. Saved in. Great hustle. Jump ball. Possession lane.
That was great effort by Thomas that time. There were 3 Badgers standing right there. She jumped in between them to tie it up. And down the road, that will earn the Tigers another opportunity after the next jump ball. That was Lainey Bagley, not Taylor Thomas. Taylor Thomas checks out. And returning to the game will be Hadley Henderson.
Taylor gets it and a foul. That's only going to be the 15th foul.
Foul number 11, Macy Rhodes. Third personal team foul number 5.
So, Dally DeFay, or Defa, they say that Defa, don't they? She says Sky DeFay for Tabiona. She was the first one to email in. Sadie Jensen says for Tabby, Stacy Stringham. Akeda Wilden says Stacy Strongham. Taylor Sweat says Sky. Pass inside. Van Dyke. Shot up won't go.
Yes, I was definitely thinking Stacy Stringham and also Savannah Gines. That high-low punch was so much fun to watch. For the Tigers, of course, for the Badgers, we had Mo Ellett and Tamara, also Megan Jones.
I think it's DeFay is how they say that. Nice shot in low. Lainey Bagley puts the Tabby Tigers up by 1.
What a big shot.
First 2-point basket, first field goal of any kind by either team in the fourth quarter. And a block on the other end, and the Tigers come back.
Macy Rhodes, big block on the other end.
Fabrizio to Mercedes Rhodes to Macy Rhodes. Dribbles into the paint left-handed, puts the right hand, won't go. Rebound, sorry. Kate Torgerson with the rebound. Go ahead, Danny.
Just going to point out, Mike, that's the first lead of the game for the Tigers since the second quarter.
Bounce pass into the paint. Loose on the floor, tied up. Tabby will get the alternating possession this time.
There have been some missed chances in this game for both teams. For the Badgers, they missed a few shots around the basket they would have liked to have back. For the Tigers, they missed some free throws they'd like to have back. And so It's just made this game really, really close, and anybody's ball game with 4:58 left to go. 1 point lead for Tabby, and they have the ball.
So Dally DeFay, have someone come get you a Fab Rats t-shirt up here at the broadcast area after the game, or whenever. So Tiger ball. Wayne County comes out in a 1-2-2 three-quarter court trap. Pass to Mercedes Rhodes. Bounce pass in the corner to Bagley. Rhodes off the side of the backboard. Ball tipped again by the Badgers. Picked up by Emma Hallows. Gets it to Taylor. Taylor ahead. Van Dyke fakes, drives in, shot up, little contact. Badgers would like the foul, didn't get it. Taylor back, or out to Taylor. Van Dyke, three, left corner, got it! Bryce Canyon City, three, and Coach Stevens calls a timeout. Badgers back up by 2. This is 1A State Championship basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Come and enjoy an over-the-rim shake at Stan's Burger Shack in Haynesville. The traditional Lake Powell style. They're old school awesome. Go Wayne Badgers.
Worried you'll never get your degree because it's just too expensive? Meet the Finish Line Scholarship at SUU. Up to 100% tuition funding for 4 semesters on us. Apply for the Finish Line Scholarship today. An extraordinary education. Anytime, anywhere.
You're in Paris with a group from the University of Utah, studying intellectual traditions, like René Descartes, who said, "I think, therefore I am." So deep. Then it suddenly hits you.
I'm only a freshman.
We call that Utah Fresh. Do real-world research. Go learn abroad. Join an on-campus living team. Yes, our freshman experience is refreshingly different. Only at the U.
Welcome back inside the Sevier Valley Center, where things are getting crazy here. When Andy Van Dyke threw up that 3 just before we went to break, you could feel it in the arena. It was going in. But then in Wayne's huddle, Coach Stevens talked about defense. He's been hounding on it every time he puts a sub in. He says, good defense.
And just like that, Macy Rhodes goes coast to coast, lays it up and in to tie it back up at 20. 3-point on the way. Got it! Haley Durfee for Bryce Canyon City 3 from the top of the key. Puts the Badgers back up by 3. Back-to-back trays for the Badgers. Mercedes Rose backing in Durfee. At some point, a rebound and a foul or a travel, and I was going to say that looked like a travel before any foul.
Well, how about Haley Durfee? She hasn't scored in the game tonight and steps out and hits a Bryce Canyon City 3. That's 6 points just like that in a game where points have been at a premium. But still a one-possession game with 3:39 left to go.
Tigers with heavy pressure. Pass ahead. Badgers 3-on-2. Pass taken away out of the air. Great defense by Taylor Thomas. And the Tigers go the other way.
Hadley had the trailer if she would have waited one count, but as it is a great defensive play for the Tigers.
Van Dyke with a foul down low. That's her third.
Mercedes Rhodes is just a handful to try to defend. She can hurt you outside, but today it's been inside. She's been able to go in and get position and earn trips to the line.
You know what? It's one of those, that last possession, she was being defended and she keeps backing in. You almost want to take the charge there or pull the chair and let her travel because she's just strong enough to keep backing you in and get right to the rack.
First free throw is missed. Second is missed.
Van Dyke with the rebound. Wow, the free throw shooting woes from the Tigers. 5 of 17. Badgers bounce pass inside, knocked away and fouled. That's Mercedes Rhodes' 4th, and that's the 6th team foul on the Tabby Tigers.
3:08 left to go. 3-point lead for the Badgers. They have the ball.
Lob over the top to Durfee. Durfee gives to Taylor, left side. Up top, Durfee, right wing, Van Dyke, open. Hallows at the paint, one reverse pivot, reverses again. Shot up off the glass, won't go. Chased down the, Taylor and Hallows tip the ball away from each other, and the Tigers take it the other way. Rhodes gives to Macy Rhodes. She looks at that 18-footer, won't take it, gives it to Fabrizio. Fabrizio defended by Taylor. Switch on the screens by the Badgers. Fabrizio for three off the iron. Rebound Durfee for the Badgers. Durfee has Hallows way out in front of everybody. Taylor slows it down. Hallows in the corner, looks at the three, looking in. Looks in again to Torgerson. Van Dyke to Hallows to Taylor in the paint. Foul line extended. Durfee shot won't go. Rebound loose and a foul going that way. That's foul is on Kate Torgerson. It's only her second foul.
But it's a two-shot foul. The double bonus is now into effect with 2:04 left to go. The Tigers are shooting two the rest of the way.
Kind of hand fighting up there, going for the ball. The ball's loose. And Kate Torgerson and Taylor Thomas just kind of going for the ball. And official felt like there must have been some contact there as Taylor Thomas finally breaks the ice on the free throw line. Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for the Tigers.
Taylor just kind of puts her hands in fists and just really, really excited that one went down. Didn't even touch the rim.
Bagley and Strebel back in for Tabby. That one's off the back iron hard.
2-point game. Badgers with the lead in the ball. 2 minutes to go.
Dribble, drive, penetration, scoop, and score. Andy Van Dyke.
That girl is a ball player. A huge game. 12 of her team's 25 points.
21-25 and a takeaway by Taylor. They try to lob that in backside. Outlet a pass ahead to Durfee. Scoops it up and scores on the right-hand side. 6-point lead for the Badgers. 27-21. 1:28 to go in the ball game. Haley Durfee, 5 points in this fourth quarter. Timeout, Coach Fabrizio. He wants to get a plan going for the Tigers. We'll take a timeout as well. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org. When you come to Capitol Reef Country in Wayne County, you won't just experience the rural life, hiking, fishing, or ATVing, but you will live it. Capitol Reef Country, Wayne County Tourism, and Wayne County wish the Wayne Badgers success in the postseason.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Association on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Check them out at brycecanyon.org. Bryce Canyon's 100-year anniversary this year. Lots of great activities going on all summer long, brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Association. Fabrizio lob inside, taken away by Van Dyke, and that is not what Coach Fabrizio drew up, Danny.
What a play. We've seen Van Dyke scoring today. That was an excellent defensive play, getting the steal for the Badgers.
That is her fifth takeaway. And a foul by Cicely Fabrizio.
So it's a two-possession game. A free throw here would make it a three-possession game. 2 possessions at best. A Chance Lazenby-esque situation could change that. He scored the final 8 points in the last game to secure a third-place finish for the Tabby boys. So big free throws here. Only 4 free throws have been attempted in this game for the Badgers. They're 0 for 4.
Neither team shooting well from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Until then, Hadley Taylor, ice water inner veins, buries the Bryce Canyon City 3.
That is clutch. Coming through on the biggest stage of her life, Hadley drains the first free throw.
Got them both. 8-point lead by the Badgers. Largest lead of the game for the Badgers comes with 51 seconds to go and a foul as Mercedes Rhodes attacks the basket. And that's Kate Torgerson's third personal.
7 points for Rhodes in the game, leading the way for the Tigers.
Mercedes Rhodes, shot up, rims off.
Into the game for Tabiona, number 5, Anthony Henderson, number 10.
2 for 8 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Mercedes Rhodes. And I have not seen this all week from Tabby. They have been shooting phenomenally from the free throw line. She gets that one.
I agree, Mike.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
For over 100 years, Bear River Mutual has been insuring Utah families for less. For home, auto, or property insurance, contact Yardley Insurance Agency in Penguich for a quote. Bear River Mutual, insuring the best drivers and most responsible homeowners.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
7-point lead for the Badgers and a turnover. Down low, shot up by Rhodes, won't go. Macy Rhodes and Mercedes Rhodes gets the rebound and she's tied up. Alternating possession to the Badgers. 41 seconds to go. This state championship basketball brought to you by Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com. KTTA 8.1. Mid-Utah Sports Radio Network. Inbounds taken away by Mercedes Rhodes. Up and fouled, and the shot won't go.
Boy, she is just so tough, Mike. No give up on that girl. You've got to admire Tabiona's defensive effort. I mean, they hold the Wayne Badgers at 29 points. That's incredible. The only problem is the Badgers have held the Tigers at 22 points.
Absolutely, and 2 turnovers right here. The Badgers have been so clean all game in turnovers. And they get 2 with under 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Not characteristic basketball for the Badgers. Second shot up and good by Mercedes Rhodes. She makes that one. 23-29, 6-point game. This is 1A State Championship Basketball on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and 1aball.com.
Here's a call out to all experienced CDLA drivers. Barney Trucking wants you to join their team. They pride themselves on what they have to offer. For more info, call their recruiting office at 866-443-1160 or visit www.driveforbarney.com.
If you've ever visited Bryce Canyon National Park, you know that it's nothing short of magical. Recognizing the need to protect such a place, the Bryce Canyon Association was created more than 60 years ago to help provide funding for the park. And this year, as we celebrate Bryce's 100th anniversary as a national treasure, we invite you to be a part of the Bryce Canyon Association by making a donation, be it small or large. Together, we ensure that Bryce Canyon National Park stays magical.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. In the Tabiona huddle, Coach Fabrizio told his girls he does not want to foul in the first 5 seconds. He wants them to try to get a steal, try to get a turnover, and then after that, if they don't get the steal, then foul. Back to you guys.
Awesome work by our sideline reporter, Jared Call. And that goes out of bounds off of I think off of Andy Van Dyke's nose as the pass goes through her hands and out of bounds. 31, I don't even think a half a second expired off the clock, Danny.
3 straight steals by these Tigers. Amazing resiliency, and now Coach Stevens wants to talk about it.
So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all. Give Boulder Mountain Electric a call for all your new and remodel electrical, well maintenance, and contracting needs. Go get 'em, Badgers. Bryan Farm is a proud sponsor of Wayne High School basketball. Check out Bryan Farm for all your farm and ranching needs. Let us service you with fertilizer, fuel, feed, seed, lawn and garden, and much more. Bryan Farm.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. Coach Stevens in his huddle said he told his girls, we know they're going to go for a 3. I just want you to box out. I want you to play good defense. I don't even want you to try to block it, though. We do not want to foul. That is the last thing we want in this situation. Guys?
That's great information. And do they pass that in and then try to get Strebel open for that 3? They do, and she gets open, and she drains it. Bryce Canyon City 3 for Miley Strebel, and Van Dyke gets it across half court. Brings it in the middle, 26-29, and a foul will put Van Dyke at the free throw line. Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line is going to be a huge part of this game. We have a 3-point game, Danny, 16.6 seconds. It was 8 points at 48 seconds.
Yeah, what a huge run, 5-0 run. A one-possession game. Van Dyke with big free throws.
And this is a 1-and-1, and it's off the iron. Rebound Fabrizio for Tabiona. She pushes up the left side, spins back to the middle. Strebel, deep 3, good if it goes short. Rebound, Durfee for the Badgers, and a foul with 4.3 seconds to go.
And still, all is not lost for the Tigers. They still have 4.3 seconds remaining. So if they can coax in another front-end 1-and-1 miss, there's still plenty of time for the Tigers. They got 4 dribbles to get it down and get a shot. Mike, I like that shot from Miley Strebel. She's
absolutely.
the most capable three-point shooter. It was a long ways away, but it was a clean look.
And it was on the money, just a hair short. It wasn't a bad shot.
Good decision by her to take that when she had it. But a big rebound by Durfee.
And this is still a 1-and-1 for Durfee, Danny. Up and off the back iron. Rebound tip gets the clock going. No fouls for the Wayne County, and Wayne County wins 29-26. Your 2023 state championship will go to the Wayne County Badgers.
For the first time since Heidi Woolsey and Co. in 2004, Coach Carrie Stevens brings one home to the Wayne County Badgers.
What a hard-fought battle by the Tabiona Tigers. That game was not out of hand. An amazing fight.
You look at this team throughout the last 2 tournaments, Region 20 and now this, they just outlasted good teams. The second round of the Region Tournament, they outlasted Valley. The Region Tournament, they outlasted Paiute. Just until they could get an advantage at the very end of the game, they outlasted number 1 ranked Rich. And again tonight, the game was so close, back and forth, and never any separation until the very end. Again, they outlast Tabiona to take their second ever state championship.
And in spite of making 2 free throws out of 10, 2 out of 8, 2 out of 4 in the fourth quarter, the Wayne County Badgers pull off the victory. Take it to the court as they will award the second place trophy.
Boy, those 2 big 3-pointers that came right back to back. Andy Van Dyke hit one with 4 minutes, 22 seconds left to give her team its lead for good at 2018. Haley Durfee followed it up to hit a 3-pointer. They led then after that 23-20. We had 6 lead changes, 3 ties in this game. What a great 1A state championship game.
Couldn't have asked for a better game. It looked like Wayne County was going to pull away and not look back, and the Tigers' defense held, or kicked in, and they really, really made it close down the stretch.
That's a good point, Mike. They could have rolled over and died. They were down by 8 points. They climbed back, cut it down to 3, had a 3-pointer to tie it. Hats off to the Lady Tigers. That was a great effort, a wonderful season, and defied the odds. I mean, they came in with the number 7 seed to play for the state championship. Great job for Coach Fabrizio and his girls.
Absolutely. Coach Fabrizio, a hard-fought battle. As you watch on your screen, the Wayne County Badgers will celebrate this victory in just an amazing year as they peaked at the right time. They came in, they were ranked, Wayne County was ranked number 3 in Region 20, ranked number 4 in the state, and this was not a gimme. They had to beat the number 1 ranked team in the state to get to this game.
That's right. They did not have an easy road as they were able to make it these 4 days. Boy, they had just a great run, and Coach Stevens had his girls playing their best ball. The last few years, there have been teams that Coach Stevens has had that have had a lot of talent, and they just haven't quite put it together at the right time. This time, these girls really did. It's a senior-laden team, and super happy for them. But how about Andy Van Dyke? She does it again. 12 points in the state championship game. Her team only scored 29, and huge clutch 3 to give her team the lead for good in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. She came through clutch. Absolutely. Danny, I'll leave you up here just for a second. If you want to carry it, I need to take some stuff down to David.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and keep it here as the Wayne Badgers win their second ever state title. Again, it hasn't happened until since 2004. Coach Heidi Woolsey and crew. Remember that great baseline jump shot that sealed the deal by Monique Ellett, and now today Haley Durfee's 3 that followed the big 3 by Andy Van Dyke really did it for the Badgers. But more than the shooting, it was the Badger defense holding this really good Tabiona team to just 26 points. The Badger defense was just outstanding. It was lights out, keeping this team that averages 43 points per game, well below their season average, nearly 20 points below their season average, as they mustered just 26 points against the stingy Wayne defense. Awesome job by assistant coaches Morrill and also Van Dyke. These guys put in so much time, especially with those younger groups. And they've done an excellent job of getting this program going and keeping it going with the younger age groups and developing the younger kids. So many great contributions today as we look at some post-time statistics. We welcome you to our Ruby's Inn post-game report. Team turnovers. The Tabby Tigers turned the ball over 22 times compared to 19 turnovers by the Wayne Badgers. The Tigers really turned up their defensive presence in the second half, particularly the second half of the third quarter, and they really took the momentum from the Badgers at that point. But the free throw line turned out to be the Achilles heel tonight for the Tigers. They've shot the ball well from the line all throughout the tournament, and tonight just struggled from that distance. The Badgers, tough defense perhaps, the nerves, just kind of had the Tigers out of sync from the free throw line. The Wayne Badgers, though, Mike, had enough girls step up. No one else scored in double figures besides Andy Van Dyke, but enough girls stepped up to make some big shots. I thought those free throws there at the end by Hadley Taylor were money. That floor general, what an incredible year she had, especially towards the end of the season. Just a great ball handler, great defender, great distributor, great decision maker. And those 2 free throws really just made it too tough for the Tigers to come back. Taylor finishes with 6 points. Haley Durfee finishes with 5, 4 for Aspenu. She's had an awesome season, just a workhorse. Kate Torgerson, big game tonight. Lots and lots of rebounds for her tonight. And now we'll go down to our floor correspondent, Jared. He's with Andy Van Dyke.
Hey, I'm Jared Call with Utah High School Sportscast. Andy Van Dyke, the player of the game today. What's going through your mind right now as you win a state championship?
Pure joy. Pure joy. All the work is paid off. I'm glad.
And you're a senior, right? This is your farewell tour. no better way to cap it off.
Yep, I'm super excited. This is what we worked for, and so I'm just really happy.
So how would you sum up your season, final season here at Wayne? You guys obviously weren't a favorite coming into this championship tournament, and you guys win it all. How would you sum it up?
Just successful. Like, we all pulled together at the end for a family and starting at the region tournament, and we knew we were going to win, and we knew what we had to do. So
coming down the stretch, it was really close. You hit that dagger 3. That was awesome. What were your emotions? How did you contain it all in that moment?
I just knew I had to hit it, be there for my team, and yeah.
And then what can you say about your team, your coach? What does this mean for everybody?
It means a lot. We all work super hard, and I'm grateful for every one of them.
Awesome. Any words for your fans, family or friends watching today?
Thank you, family, for watching me. Jared, I'm from Washington, so thanks.
Awesome job. Great game today. Congratulations, guys.
So, great interview there with Ann Van Dyke. Her sister Allie also so influential in helping her develop. They were both All-Staters in years past, and Allie for sure is down here as well. But a great thought from her. Andy Van Dyke has just become a premier player in 1A, and she'll go down as one of the Badger greats in that great effort. Next, we have Hadley down with one of our floor reporters, Hadley Taylor.
All right, I'm Jared College, Utah High School Sportscast here with Hadley Taylor. What an incredible game, incredible finish, incredible end of the season. How did it feel?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was great.
Not much you could say else than that, right? So did you have kind of like the heebie-jeebies coming down the stretch, like it's close game, really tight, the energy was really high? What were those final few seconds like?
It was really tough, but, like just playing with those 6 seniors my whole life, I knew that we could do it. There was never a time where I thought we couldn't, so they're just great to play with.
Yeah, and your whole team, you guys were a 4 seed coming into the tournament, not exactly favorites, as I would say. How did you guys overcome all that adversity to take home the ship?
Well, since region, we've kind of been on a roll. We just got our momentum, and we didn't give up, and it was good.
That's awesome. Do you have any messages for friends or family watching?
Just thanks for watching and supporting, that's all.
Of course, go celebrate. Congratulations, Hadley. Yep, back to you guys.
All right, it's back up here with us, Danny. What a great game. I don't know how the next one could top that one.
Yeah, all day long we've had games come right down to the final possession, and due to that resiliency by the Tigers, this one was no different. Just wanted to point out here, Mike, some great contributions by the Tabiona Tigers. I was really impressed in the game today by Macy Rhodes. She played great off the bench, only averages 3 points a game, but in the state championship game she has 6 points. Mercedes Rhodes finished with 8. First team All-Stater in my book. And Miley Strebel, how about her clutch three-pointer?
Oh,
she hit
man.
2 Bryce Canyon City three-pointers in the game to cut this game down to 3 points. Clutch play by Coach Fabrizio's team just couldn't quite come over the top.
And one of the main things I think is the defense of the Badgers containing Cicely Fabrizio. Holy smokes, Danny.
Yeah, that was a great defensive effort. Good call. And now we have Jared on the call with Haley Durfee.
Hey, Haley, you hit that big 3 towards the end. 7 rebounds on the night. Incredible performance. Coming off the bench, even more. What did that mean to you, and how did you contain yourself and play within yourself in that final game?
I think that it's just important that you think as a team and that you need to be a big supporter no matter where you start or if you're on your bench. So you need to come in and be ready to be on the attack.
Awesome. Hey, I just stole you away from your family and friends, but what are the emotions like? Everybody's hugging and kissing and celebrating. What's going on right now? How are you feeling?
It's just super exciting because it's been 19 years since we've been to the championship, so it's like a big deal for our little community.
Yeah, and what kind of does that mean for the community? Winning a state championship in girls basketball, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's just super big. It's super, big, and you just want to brag about it, and it's just awesome feeling.
How would you sum up the season in your own words? There's been some ups, there's been some downs. You guys kind of caught heat a little bit late in region, now into the state tournament. How would you sum things up?
Well, we kind of had it down at first, but now we're all a big family, and we just work together.
Awesome. Do you have any messages for friends or family watching?
Just work hard in everything you do.
Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, he's back up here to us, Danny.
Well, good job. Fun to hear from those guys. And a great question there about what this must mean for the greater Wayne County area. The Wayne Badgers, their second ever state title in girls basketball. I mean, you and I have both seen this from the grassroots with these girls playing a lot since they were, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and just it means a lot to this community. Next, we have Kate Torgerson down there with Jared Call, our floor mic guy.
Kate, awesome game today. I'm here with Kate Torgerson. You are holding the trophy. How does it feel?
It feels great. Amazing.
What does that kind of mean to you, your town, your community, the team, coming out with this guy?
It means so much. Our team is just like a huge family, and so is our community. And everybody was out here to support. I'm sure Wayne was just a ghost town. So it's just amazing. We're in Louisiana watching the game. Yeah, she's there on a mission.
That's awesome. That was an incredible finish for you guys. It was obviously really tight coming down the stretch. What were your emotions like? How did you keep the adrenaline down in those final couple minutes?
We just had to play it like any other game and just work as hard as we could.
Awesome. Do you have any final thoughts on your season this year?
No, not really.
It's just awesome to be holding that and the trophy. It's incredible. Congratulations, Kate.
Thank you.
Guys.
All righty, Danny. As we work through it, this is my favorite part, You see the girls down there, the team that wins, the coach, the community. I think that's what's so much different in 1A basketball. It's the community.
I'm married to a person that did not grow up doing this, and when she would come to the gym and watch, and she would be like, well, why are all these people here? They don't have someone that's like a child or grandchild on the team. That's just part of being in these small towns. You go and support your team, and lots of people that you may not be, related to or whatever directly, but you grow up seeing these kids on Sundays, seeing them around town, seeing them at events, and it's a great community thing.
I'm here with Principal Chappell.
And it sounds like Principal Chappell is coming up next down with Jared on the floor.
Hey, I'm here with Principal David Chappell. David told me you were quite a bit of a baller in your day.
Oh, I played ball against him, actually. I played for Wayne County, so with Region 20 is like a family. It's just fun to be a part of this whole atmosphere. Great game tonight.
I think I've heard that from everyone I've talked to so far, is that it's just a big family. How can you explain the community in this grand moment?
In all of these communities, we're all just similar people. We're just good people from small towns. And when you come here from Rich, Tabiona, from all over southern Utah and northern Utah, these are just the same type of people, and we have the same values, same communities. It's just a lot of fun to be a part of it.
How does it feel to know that your team just won a state championship?
It's awesome. These girls are fantastic. We have 6 girls that were on our academic all-region, and these girls they're good athletes, they're good students, they're just good kids. It's fun to see all the hard work pay off.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Principal. Go enjoy the celebrations. Yep, guys.
That is, it just doesn't get any better, Danny. I run out of words. My vocabulary is so limited. I run out of words a long time ago to describe my thoughts and feelings about these state tournaments and these small communities in 1A ball. It is a family. It is bigger than the game.
Yeah, well said there by Principal Dave. And, you also have Athletic Director Heidi Woolsey, someone that's kind of been a pioneer, the coach the first time this Badger team won state, and fun to see the Badgers repeat today. Again, our hearts go out to the Tabby Tigers. They've been so close for 2 consecutive years, and as we're going to switch directions here in just a few minutes, the Penguin Bobcats know all about that, coming up so close a couple of times. So for sure that the Tigers, it's a tough game, but hats off to them. It's hard. We've tried to express how impressed we've been with the Tigers throughout tonight's broadcast, throughout the season, throughout this game, and congratulations to them on an awesome season. But tonight, in the end, the night belonged to the Badgers.
Absolutely, and just a balanced attack from the Badgers. There's not one of those girls that came on the floor that didn't just lay it all on the line to pull off the victory.
Yeah, great team effort. And I like maybe a final thought from me on that, Mike, something that you said a few minutes ago that we had kind of overlooked for just a minute, and I think this comes down to team defense. You hold the Tigers to 26 points. The girls just did a really good job of making things difficult for the Tabby Tigers. They had to kind of made them make a living from the line. The Tigers weren't shooting the ball very well from there, and that defense is really what did it with those timely shots at the end.
Yeah, Tabiona scored 69 or 70 points last night. The Badgers held them to 26. 68 points, so really close to 70.
Hey, I'm here with Aspen New. Congratulations. What are your feelings right now as you won the state championship?
I'm pretty excited. It's been a journey, that's for sure.
What does it mean that you how old are you right now?
I'm a senior.
A senior, okay. You weren't alive the last time Wayne County won a state championship in women's basketball. How does that feel to be the one to do that?
It feels pretty cool. Like, lots of them were like, let's do this just because it hasn't happened in so long. So I was like, I'm down. Like, there's 6 seniors.
I'm down
and we
with that,
wanted
Danny.
it. We're super close, and that's what we wanted. This was our dream.
You guys came in as a 4 seed, and you guys overcame all the adversity, winning the championship. What can you say about this team that banded together and went on this hot streak?
I think it's because we're so tight. We're all friends, and I think that's what creates a good team is friendship. And we want to stick together. We play as a team, and that's what gets us here.
That's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys?
All right, Danny, I think they're trying to get Coach Stevens right there.
Hey, I'm here with Coach Stevens. Congratulations, man. That was awesome. How does it feel to be holding that right there?
It's great. You know, you look at the first of the season and the 1st of November, and it seems like it's forever to get to this day, you know. A couple months out, it seems like a long season, but it rolled on pretty fast, and, you know, and I'm glad we made it here. I'm glad those girls are working hard. I'm proud of them, everything that they've done at practice, and, you know, they've sacrificed a ton. And, and I'm glad they're experiencing some of these fruits of their labors, you know. So it's a good time.
Of course. What can you say about the senior class?
Oh, man, you know, those girls have been playing together for a long time. I can remember watching them and helping coach them when they were little, and they've just been doing it. And if you think back in like 5th or 6th grade, it's almost exactly the same as what you're seeing right here. So it's kind of fun to see them. They're just more mature and, you know, and fun to watch. So.
Last thing, Coach, is your team's heading off. I don't want you to miss the celebrations. What does this mean to you personally, and then bigger as a community for all of Wayne County?
You know, this is you can kind of look around here. You know, there was a lot of purple here for both teams, and so, you know, for Wayne, it's been 19, 20 years since we've had the championship before. So, you know, so I think overall for the community, it's just brings us all together and does some good things. So, you know, and all the and it all goes to the girls.
Congratulations, Coach. Go celebrate.
Right, thank
you. Yep. Guys.
All right, back up here to us, Danny. This is so the only thing better than 1 state championship basketball game is 2. And now the floor they're sweeping the floor. We will reset, reload, and we will be back here in 15, 20, 30 minutes as soon as they'll give the teams 15 minutes to warm up, and then the pomp and circumstance of all the starting stuff for the T-Birds and the Bobcats as the boys game comes at us next.
Well, great job, Mike. Great call in the game. Big thanks to Elizabeth, our producer today, as well as Ashley over on the camera, Austin, our statistician, all the great floor guys down there led by David Tebbs. And what a great championship game for this Wayne Badger team.
Yeah, David Tebbs, Cullen Pace, Tyler Gibb, Nate Thatcher, and Jared Call, all on the sideline and the floor cameras helping us bring this to us. We will go to commercial, and we'll be back after this to get ready for the boys' state championship basketball game.
Annalee Henry Mortgage Team, your local mortgage professionals. Let us help you with purchasing your dream home or refinancing the one you have. Proud sponsor of the Paiute Thunderbirds. Contact us today.
The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site, and another 30 are employed